Now, you told me that off air that you had tried something new. You had tried EM Sculpt. I have a few doctor friends that have EM Sculpt at their dermatology clinics. Mm-hmm. So, but I've never seen it. I've never experienced it. Fill us in. Like, give us the
okay, yeah.
911.
So for all the viewers or listeners who's never heard of this EM Sculpt thing, it's a way to tone your body without working out.
Okay.
It kind of seems like a magic button kind of thing, or like a pill that you just take, and kind of like a scam on the internet. But what they do is they get this big paddle. There's 2 of them, so you can do it on like your butt or your legs. I'm not exactly sure all the places you can do it, but I know people do it on their neck, I think, mm-hmm. and like under their arms. And I've been doing it mostly on my abs, mm-hmm. just because it's like difficult for us to lose fat in that area, so might as well try it. So it's this big paddle, and they put it onto your belly, and they wrap it around with some Velcro, and then they flip it on, and then it's kind of like some sort of like scientist who's just like power up the machine, mm-hmm. and then they power it up to 100 or slowly because it hurts, and it just puts electromagnetic radiation through your body, just mm-hmm. and just pulses and just forces your abs to just contract just super hard. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it contracts like crazy.
How long does a session last?
So a session lasts 30 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if that's the max time. I heard somewhere else that it can be shorter and more intense, but 30 minutes seems to be the regular. Mm-hmm. And there's different pulses that the machine gives you. So and there's different protocols too. There's a setting for men, there's a setting for women, there's a setting for like where you're doing it on your body. So there's different pulses for different things. So from my experience in the abs, I've done protocol 1 and protocol 2. Protocol 1 is like, it gives a really strong pulse, and then at least off for a couple seconds, and then mm-hmm. a really strong pulse, and then off for a couple seconds, and then a really, really long pulse, and then off for a couple seconds. And then it goes pulse, 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 pulse. Just weak, kind of short ones. Just, I don't get the blood flowing or something.
I read something just very briefly and just looking into it, and it said something like a session is similar to doing, I don't remember the exact number, so I'm probably going to blow it, but 60,000 sit-ups or something. Yeah. I don't know. It's a big number.
I think the number is 20,000, if I remember
60
correctly.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty close. And here's the thing, like, if you're getting that kind of concentration on a mm-hmm. sit-up, holy cow.
Right.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's different. It's almost not even comparable to doing a sit-up, because when you do a sit-up, you're kind of getting the max concentration that your body is able to do.
Right.
But with the machine, it contracts it even further. Mm. And if you count every single time it pulses as a contraction, then yeah, I mean that would be reasonable, I guess. Hmm. But it's different because the concentration is not the same.
Right. It would be interesting to see, and I'm sure there's a study out there somewhere just saying how it would compare to doing a regular ab workout. And you mm-hmm. used to do those all the time, and you probably still do.
Yeah.
So what is, like, how would you compare and contrast the two now that you've done both?
So this is really interesting because the last session I did of this EM Sculpt, or so the first 2 sessions I did, I was like, it hurts when I do it. Like, it's hard. It's mm-hmm. like, it's difficult for my abs to do this, right? Mm-hmm. But then the next day, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't even bother me at all. My abs aren't sore in the slightest. Like,
so fast recovery.
Yeah, super fast. And like, I would notice like maybe like one tiny spot where it was like if I pushed on it really hard, mm-hmm. it would get a little sore. But anyways, this most recent one went protocol 2. It had like a slightly different pulsing pattern. Mm. The next day I was super sore.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's weird.
Like I was just like it was like I did a massive sit-up workout.
Wow.
And it was really confusing because the first protocols in the first 2 sessions mm-hmm. hadn't done that at all. But all of a sudden, the second protocol, which I felt like was easier, by the way, made me so much more sore the next day.
Wow, that's
And
strange.
so it's weird because when I thought about it the first 2 sessions, I'm thinking, okay, no way is this comparable to an
Right.
ab workout, right?
Right.
But then the last session I do, I'm like all of a sudden, whoa, like
Way
maybe
better.
it is,
Yeah.
right?
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. It's it'll be interesting to see how it ultimately plays out. And I don't, I guess it's unlikely that someone's going to say, look, you should just stop doing ab workouts altogether and only do this.
Yeah.
But
And from what I've read,
Yeah.
it seems like the people who have talked about EM Sculpt and kind of have been in that community and done that work,
Right.
they say it doesn't replace doing
Right.
an ab workout, right? It's
Yeah.
irreplaceable. And the way that the guy kind of explained it when I was reading it, he said, I think this was from like a Women's Health magazine or something. He was saying that when you do squats, right, you're not just squatting with like your glutes, right?
Yeah.
You're squatting with your hamstrings, your quads,
Yeah.
your calves, all that
total
stuff.
posture, your
Yeah.
chain,
And
and
even with
everything.
even if you're just doing like calf raises, you're getting all those muscles in your calves and like in your feet and in even
Yeah.
like a little bit into your hamstring even.
Right.
So, and when you're doing the EM Sculpt, it's like 6 muscles.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Right.
So you can't replace working out your abs with this because it won't work out everything and it won't have the full meal deal. If I could say
so
that.
very isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I did it on my butt as well actually.
Yeah.
And it was pretty strange. And it did feel like that, like
Right.
completely isolated. Like it didn't even feel like it was getting all the muscles in my butt.
Right.
Like I felt like it was getting like a couple and flexing it really hard, but
Yeah.
not everything. And definitely from that perspective, I'm saying you can't just do that. Obviously,
Right.
you have to work out as well.
Huh. That's interesting. Wow. There's a bit of a joke, and you go to the gym and someone will say, "What are you working on today?" And you say, "Hey, I'm working on my outer bicep today," or I'm working on just my upper ab on the left side only
Yeah.
today. That's a very specific workout. So.
And I think for some people,
Yeah.
like you kind of need to do that. Like
Yeah.
especially for someone like you as a bodybuilder, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, okay,
That's
like
off.
that's off. Or
Yeah.
I need to have like slightly bigger traps, or like
Yeah.
I need like my obliques like right in this one spot needs to be a little bit bigger. And I think
Right.
like for people who are in that situation, or for people who only want abs, right? They
Yeah.
don't care about anything else. Why not,
Yeah.
right? Like I think I was talking to my girlfriend and she said that like Kylie Jenner did it, and right for someone like her, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Why would she need to like do an ab workout if she could just do that and pay
Right.
however much it costs to do
Yeah.
it, right?
So you recommend? Like it's
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean like it's it's pretty fun actually. Like
Yeah.
it's not an experience you would experience any other way.
Right.
And I would definitely like I enjoy it, but I mean if you're paying for it, maybe
Yeah.
not. It's tough.
It's going to be expensive.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be
Yeah.
expensive.
It's not going to replace the gym.
Not at all.
Hey, this is Craig. Thanks for watching this episode. I have a number of really interesting people that I'm going to be speaking with over the next while. Don't miss an episode. They're going to be great. If you have a chance, jump over to the partnerstaffing.com website. All the links to the videos that we're doing that are employment related will be there. Anyways, hit subscribe. Special thanks to our editor, Chris Filosovich. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Craig out.